my god, you shouldn't go out in the sun because you're gonna get very dark.
Hello lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. You know, to those people that share my videos, you guys are the great MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. So guys, let's get into this video. So lovelies, I came by this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where this Hispanic woman is actually sharing how a dark-skinned Hispanic is being treated as a Hispanic guy. This actually got me thinking, and I thought to share with you. I'm just gonna roll the clip as well as some of the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and of course by the end of the video I'll be leaving my own thoughts. Alright lovelies, let's get into the video.
When Latinos claim that light-skinned and darker-skinned Latinos are treated the same, it's always amusing to me. Yesterday, my sister called me to talk about this incident that happened at school with my darker-skinned niece, who is literally the smartest little girl in the world. She speaks Spanish, she speaks Arabic, she speaks English. She's gotten a straight A honor roll for the past 4 years in a row, and all her teachers love her. And she's quite popular. She has little friends too. They come to her house and play with her all the time. But that's not why I got a call from my sister. I got a call because my little niece was in the lunch line, and some little boy came up to her and was like, "Oh, you can't be in this line." And she like looked at him confused, like, why? And he said, "Oh, it's because you're black." My niece is like 8. She didn't even know how to respond to this question. So she just like let him cut her and just didn't say anything. And when she got home and told her parents, she was like, "Why did he call me black when I'm not black? I'm Mexican and Salvadorian." Her parents had to explain to her that that boy made that comment to try and like make fun of her skin tone. So all you Latinos out there who are still using the term negro and negra as, "Oh, it's just a term of endearment. It's just, we're just teasing them. It's all love." You are teaching that to your children. It is being passed down, and they're saying stupid shit like that in schools to my niece. So anyway, my sister and her husband have asked the teacher to contact the child's parents and let them know that their son is racist and colorist, and they should be raising him better.
Latinos are colorist, period. And this is not me being shady or, you know, being against Latinos. I'm Latina, but this is completely true. If a baby is born, everybody expects that baby to be white. If it's not white, people are gonna say, "Ay, está feo," or like they're not gonna call it ugly, but they're gonna call it like not, like they're gonna assume he's not pretty just because he's not white. I've received comments before saying, "Oh my god, you shouldn't go out in the sun because you're gonna get very dark." And this is something I had to unlearn because dark skin is beautiful. But I will always hear these comments, "Ay, she or he, they are pretty, but they're morenos. They are a darker skin tone, so they're not as pretty." And also, if you pay attention in all the telenovelas, in all the shows, who are the protagonists? Yes, white people, white Latinos. What about the brown people? They are usually the maids, people who clean the house, you know, they have dineros and stuff. So you cannot argue against me. Latinos are some of the most colorist people out there.
This goes beyond any Dominican person who does not want to identify with being black, especially the visibly black presenting person by American standards who chooses not to do so due to a difference in social constructs. This is about the fact that the acknowledgement of African ancestry, the celebration of our African ancestry, does not equal the absence of racism, and specifically anti-blackness and colorism, which are byproducts of racism, and how those things have affected Dominican culture, community, and the nation as a whole. And for all you sensitive and dramatic people, we all know how those things have affected every single colonized nation in the world. But because this comment is speaking about Dominicans, this Dominican person who grew up with her Dominican family and Dominican culture is going to speak to this Dominican issue. Let me use you as an example. I can look at you and say, "Tú eres una morena fina." And for all my non-Spanish speaking people, that literally means a refined, dark-skinned or brown-skinned woman. And you may hear other terms like negra fina or negro fino, for any person who is too black by Latin American standards to be categorized under the term moreno. But the question is, what is the history behind that term? What is it that earns you that identification? What earns you that title? Historically in Latin America, any person referred to as such was referred to that way due to them possessing redeeming physical characteristics. And what were these physical characteristics? They were European physical characteristics, such as a long, slender nose or a short, pointy nose, slender lips or lips that are not as wide, a certain facial shape, texture of hair where your curl pattern was a certain texture where you approximated more to Caucasian hair, or literally just having straight Caucasian hair. All of these characteristics were redeeming. They were redeeming qualities in a person with a dark skin complexion. And what were you being redeemed from? Blackness. Because blackness was a negative in a world constructed by white supremacist ideologies. And even within that identification of being a refined Negro or a refined dark-skinned person, it extended beyond physical character traits to also a Black person that was cultured, who possessed talent and education. But mind you, that terminology was not applied to a white person. Any person identified as a negra fina or morena fina was an exception to the rule. And what was the rule? That blackness is ugly, blackness is bad, blackness is cursed. And just because these terms are accepted and normalized within our culture and Latin American culture as a whole does not make them any less racist or harmful. Understand that you cannot continue to say that racism does not exist amongst Dominican people and anti-Black attitudes and mentality as long as terminology like that is accepted. Because there is something within you that tells you how to identify a morena fina from a morena bembona. And people know what that means. And you know what you mean when you say that to another person. So that comes from somewhere. It comes from white supremacy. And you may not have any ill feelings towards that person, but it's the fact that you continue to subscribe to terminology that is racist in its very creation, its very application. That is what's being brought to your attention.
Like, seriously, lovely, it's so sad that something like this is even happening. Like, people will not even be proud of what they have. They won't be proud of what God has actually given them. I am so surprised when I came across. Just imagine a child growing up to witness something like this. What do you think that this child will grow up to actually think? This is just why this thing about race and sex, colorism and all of that will never be eradicated in the society, because most of all these people, even right from their births, there's been a sort of discrimination just because of the way you look, or because of the way you came out to, or because of the way your color just came out. And most of all these kids were like, why am I different? Why is it that people don't treat me nice? Like, this is when the color of a thing, the nuances of a thing keep on, coming out, growing up, and it's not just going to leave the society. Because anyone that just get birth to, the person already know that, okay, being white is, beautiful, and being of a dark is ugly. And this is just something that needs to be changed, even right from the school place, the society, the church, the mosques, everywhere in the world, so as to reduce the rate at which this colorism, races, and all of that. Imagine some of these Hispanic people who happens to come from the Afro, side. Some of them claim that we are treated so badly because of the color of our skin. Like, we are treated so wrongly because of the color of our skin. And most of them have this thing that they are not Black. For example, when you approach an Afro, they'll tell you that they are not Black, they are Hispanic, but the color of your skin actually makes you Black. So why are you denying the fact that you have this color of your skin? Then this happens to this child. This child have to like, okay, why are you calling me Black? Like, seriously, I am not Black, I am Latino. So she actually went to stand in a line. Then a boy who happens to be from her own side actually tells her that you are not meant to be here because of the color of your skin. What do you think have been taught to this particular child in his household or her household? Then this other one will not, okay, I am not black, I am Latino, but you have that skin color. Like, so seriously, when I saw this, I was like, okay, not again, not from this age, not from this time. Then with the stitches I just put together, where the other lady was talking about how when you give birth, the first thing they have to check if the baby comes out with the lighter or darker skin. Like, what? Like, babies are meant to be babies, cherished, love, and all of that. They are gift from God. No matter how you came out, you are a gift from God. Like, seriously, you have to have a particular kind of name for a particular color of, like, it's not even thinkable. How would you have to have a particular name given to a particular kind of person because of the person's skin color? What does that has to do with the person? If you are human, you are human. If you're from this place, you're from this place. Thus, your color shouldn't be able to define you. Another alert, like, not all, like some of these, Hispanics have this kind of races inside of them, and they claim that, okay, like, most of them want to be white so much and want to be superior, but they don't know that we are all just people of colors. We are all just the same. And there was a video I posted after the discrimination of a thing. They will still be the first people that will come ask, black people for help. There was some videos I posted on this video, on this channel, which I have, taken down for so many reasons. But just come to think of it, why are we trying to differentiate people's personality with their color, with the skin which God have given them? Like, you don't have to go under the sun so that you won't get dark. Like, I don't understand. What is it with getting dark? Do you know that dark or black is ageless, beautiful? Like, sometimes I was like, do you know we don't crack, don't age? Like, seriously. Like, seriously. Do you know when you bring someone of maybe 50 years and a dark person of 50 years, if you should compare these two, oh my goodness, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, seriously. My own problem is that this thing that is happening has gotten to some extent that even a baby of today have to, like, so what are the parents actually teaching these kids? We are supposed to be making the world a better place, not trying to make it even worse. Like, what is it I've been taught in the family about colors? About, okay, dark should be ugly and white should be, like, seriously. This is why even till today, this thing is not just gonna go off so easily, because the new generation that was supposed to be taught accordingly is even being mistaught. Like, seriously. Anyways, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes, guys. So please share this video, subscribe to my channel if you're here to do that, leave me your own thought in the comment section, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload my next one. Watch up to this extent. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that this channel, we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So why not, share this video, leave your thoughts, subscribe if you're yet to do that, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload my next video.